Okay, so like maybe a decade ago, games criticism and analytics made a real effort to distance themselves from the word fun. Because fun doesn't really describe anything. It's a subjective experience from player to player, and critically holds no weight. I'm going to commit a similar sin that I wish wasn't the case. Lunistice has amazing vibes. Lunistice is a mostly linear 3D platformer, and it does a good job of being one of those, but it's not the reason I want to talk about it. The vibes of Lunistice are amazing. It wears the low poly graphics that evoked a pre-HD era, and the bombastic color palette can only remind me of one thing: Sega's Blue Sky Gaming. I would be gobsmacked if Lunistice isn't built off the back of 90s Sega Blue Sky Gaming. If that term is new to you, may I recommend the Honey Pop half of my top 5 favorite video games number 5 video, where I describe that style and aesthetic. The game is constantly popping. Not a level goes by where your eyes aren't taking in cranked up hues of color that wash a cheery and optimistic outlook over your brain. Even levels like the treetops, where the color palette should be more muted and bathed in earthy natural tones, the sharp explosion of color and excitement does not go away. Lunistice is a visual treat, not just because it has cool, low-poly art style, but because it's almost assaulting your senses, not only with that 90s vibrance of color, but with a soundtrack that is equally as gripping. While maybe featuring a bit more piano than synth, the OST for Lunistice perfectly complements the vibes. From the second you boot up the first level, you are smacked with a sound that leaves no room for misinterpretation. If for some reason the visuals are not able to paint the full picture, then the anthemic synths that give way to comforting piano melodies and ride cymbal rhythms will make sure that the entire canvas is drenched in the paint of excitement. These tracks nudge themselves in different directions, like the pumped up jam from Amusement Park Family. Or the more progressive trance and dramatic feel of Forest Melancholy. All the while, as the game progresses, a leitmotif that is so strong and identifiable in the early tracks begins to fade further and further away. Also, the reason I feel so confident that it is following Sega's Blue Sky Gaming is because this game fucking loves Sonic Adventure. Lunistice plays like its own thing, but when given the chance, it will show off grind rails and loop-de-loops. The first level and its accompanying song feel like a direct call out to Sonic Adventure 1's Emerald Coast. You can almost hear the sea breeze and wave crashes that Emerald Coast would invoke be settled naturally at home during Shrine Home. To call the game 90s is not to dismiss it as nostalgia. Lunistice is its own experience that can stand on its own two legs, but is able to rock the influences it finds important without drowning in shit only 90s kids will remember. Just to touch on gameplay a little more, what helps with all this audio-visual immersion is that the game is mostly a single-lane, flow-state platformer. You are looking to kind of zone out and let your instincts take control, to allow the act of attacking and jumping to feel natural. If there's any friction I find with the game, it comes in how the flow state gets broken up exactly 4 times the level. In each zone, there are 4 letters to collect, and there's an obvious fork in the road anytime you need to collect one. What isn't obvious, however, is which path goes towards the letter and which path continues down the level. In a game that is mostly a smash hit, this was the only sour spot. Stopping my flow state was always a bummer, and trying to sniff around each path to suss out if I was choosing the right one is a temporary distraction that was never to the game's benefit. But as far as complaints go, that's it. Lunistice rocks. It's one of the best games I played this year, easy. If you were raised off Sega Blue Skies like I was, then this game will touch you, and even if you weren't raised like that, I think there is still enough of what Lunistice is selling for you to buy. Lunistice comes with high recommendations. It's a damn good game.